Welcome to Friday Facts number 418, and I have this Space Age release date. I also have a freshly released Mojo with me. How you doing, mate?
Hello, pretty good. Pretty tired. It's actually this is the night before. Can you believe it's been out for 20 minutes?
We're doing a Friday Facts on a Friday because this has the release date, so we wait out for the release date, and the release date is October 21st, 2024, and that's the end of the Friday Facts video. Thanks for watching.
Much.
That's it. We're out. Bye. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all you're here for. So, yeah.
Go wishlist it on Steam.
Yeah, pretty much.
There's a link right there.
Pretty much. So, the Friday Facts covers, well, the release date, October 21st, which is 15 weeks away. So you've got a few more weeks of listening to me and Mojo talking about what's coming and what they're telling us. It's going to be $35, which is the exact same price as base game Factorio. And it's now...
a pretty good deal.
Oh,
you get one planet in base game.
This is true. But you also get
4 more planets.
But you also...
more content.
Also, you get belts and inserters and a lot of other things in the base game. So there is a lot that comes with the base game. You know, the next one just comes with bigger, better belts, bigger, better inserters, and rockets. More rockets. And more planets and more friends. Yeah.
And fruit and moldy science.
Yeah, it comes with a few things. But yes.
And the dark blue science packs that we see in the first picture.
Well, I haven't got as far as the first picture, but yes, it's on sale now, and well, it's on Steam now. All you can do is wishlist it right now, which for Woob means that more people that own Factorio will likely get notified that it has an upcoming DLC that they can also wishlist. It's like clicking like on the video, which you should do right now. That helps promote the video. But I have a question. You have a question. It's something we've gone back and forth about a couple of times. The question is, with the base game being 35 and the DLC being 35, Woob doesn't do sales, but we've always said it's not a sale if you do a bundle price of both of them together.
That is true.
I'm willing to bet they'll do it. I'm willing to bet they'll do both together for 60 rather than 70.
Yeah, I can see that happening.
Yeah, I can definitely see that happening. So, if you don't own Factorio, just play the demo for the next 15 weeks and then buy it and the DLC and hopefully get a $10 off discount. Maybe, if you're lucky, if we've decided to do it. So, the rest of the Friday Facts, they're talking about Space Age content, which is the space platform.
Yep.
So, you build defenses, shoot down incoming asteroids, threaten to smash your platform, catch asteroid chunks, crush them and process them into thruster fuel and turret ammunition, use the platform hub and cargo bays to shuttle cargo between planets. So, the platform hub is the white thingy in the middle, also in the main picture on the top left-hand corner. And the cargo bays are all the little additions that you add on
the things attached to it.
Yeah. The belt at the start. So there's the weird thing beside the rocket engine that we haven't seen yet. There's the blue science packs, you're right. And then there's the black hexagons and the blue ammo.
Yeah, the black hexagons, we don't know what it is. We got the ice cannon shells.
Ice cannon shells, yeah. Also, far right hand side, the blue things.
Yeah, the ice cubes and then the ice shards.
Ice shards? You reckon that's asteroids that haven't been crushed yet? Possibly.
I wasn't specifically thinking of it. And you got the blue jet engine too. I think you mentioned that already. And I forget what the ore is called. That's the
calcimite. Calcium.
That's
calci something.
Calcite.
Yeah.
Calcite.
Yeah, whatever. It's based on some calcium thing and the rocket turret in the bottom right hand corner. There's a lot to come. All right, so we're gonna get.
Actually, what is the thing dead center with the pipes going down into it?
That's the top half of a rocket engine.
Oh, it's a rocket engine. Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, hang on, what is that? Yeah, it's just a rocket engine.
It doesn't have.
It's not running.
It doesn't have any
it
red
doesn't have
flames.
a glow around.
Yeah. So rocket platforms are coming. We get the Volcanus platform or planet.
Planet. Yep.
Which will give us tungsten for bigger mining drills and also foundries, which is a bigger, better, meaner smelter. Lets you pull lava from the pits to produce an abundance of molten iron and copper, and research advanced mineralogy technologies to build an industrial forge world.
Build your very own Mordor, is it? I forget the
No.
The Lord of the Rings thing.
Mordor was lava, but didn't the dwarves have a forge world?
Yeah, I was thinking Mordor, but I don't think. Yeah, it's not right. It's something like that.
I can't remember. It's too long ago.
Yeah,
It's
I'm gonna
too
have to
long
watch
ago.
it now.
All right.
Do a marathon. There you go.
Uh,
That's one thing to do before Moria. It's one thing to do before it comes out is do a
Mines of Moria. Yes, Mines of Moria. Yep.
do a Lord of the Rings marathon.
Well, look, it's 15 weeks. So technically, for a lot of people, they're like, great, I have nothing to do except wait for the next 15 weeks. By the same token, there's going to be a bunch of people like, oh crap, I'm in the middle of X playthrough that I need to finish within 15 weeks and not burn out in Factorio because DLC is coming. That I'm in the middle of C-Bus. I've been playing C-Bus for over a year now, a year and a half now.
You'll never stop playing C-Bus.
No, it needs to be finished within 15 weeks. Somehow. I have no idea how, but somehow. So next planet is the Fulgoora planet, which
Fulgoora,
is full of lightning.
Fulgoora.
Yep, Fulgoora. It's bound to shock you. Full of lightning, which probably means bots crash more often, because we have seen that stat listed on the planets.
True.
And this is a planet where we don't have mining resources, so to speak. We mine scrap that's left on the ground.
Yeah.
Yep.
We mine scrap that's left on the ground and filter that into something useful.
Yep. And we also get another resource, holium. Holium.
We haven't heard about that.
We heard about it briefly.
Briefly, yeah.
Very briefly.
It's stuff that wasn't really mentioned that I sort of alluded to in past videos, which we haven't heard about, is what all these different materials are. I still don't know what the biters are too.
Yeah, we haven't been told. We've been told there are biters, but we haven't been told what they are. So that moves on to Gleba, which is the moldy planet.
Yep, moldy planet.
Yep, where we need to plant trees and plants and harvest trees and plants. Yep. Cook, crush, and process your produce before they rot and turn to spoilage, and venture in a new realm of biochemical engineering. Yeah.
It's a whole new game for Factorio factory building.
For full vanilla Factorio, yes, it's something that's been done often in mods in varying degrees of success, but yeah, it's going to be a very different game with a very different concept. Yeah. Then we have elevated rails, which has been like the number 3 top request forever. Underneath Spidertrons. Yeah, underneath Spidertrons and a few other things.
Spidertron was a long-running meme.
Well, it was rumored.
It was demonstrated in version 12.
Yeah, and then they said no. And then it became a running joke. And elevated rails was something people wanted, and the devs kept saying no, and people tried to mod it in, and it didn't really work. And now the devs are going, bang, elevated rails. And they look good.
Well, someone figured out a way to make it work, and then they modified the game. Or the developers modified the game so that it's that sort of weird exploit they were using. They made it so that it didn't work, and that was a thing.
Well, the old exploit was you could pass trains through the gap between wagons.
Yeah.
So it only worked if the train was not moving. One train was moving, one train was not moving. Otherwise, they couldn't cross.
That I saw, it did send one train under the other, and one over the other. But it exploited you need a special piece, and it exploited the hitbox for rail track. Like the two pieces of track didn't intersect with each other, so that the train wouldn't know that it's actually colliding.
Okay, I haven't seen that one.
It was based on there was a particular crossing you could do where trains could slide through each other. It was based on that exploit.
Okay, I've seen the trains crossing through one another, but one had to be stopped. I've never seen two trains in motion crossing.
This one was in motion crossing.
Well, I take that back. Muppet got it working with some caveats.
Actually, no, that was the stopped one.
Okay, so yeah, I've seen it happen stopped in vanilla.
Yeah, the stopped one.
Muppet made a mod that worked with some caveats. There was a number of caveats.
Yeah, that was the surface one, which was
technically worked. Yep.
Technically worked.
So, elevated rails, which is going to be massive, and multi-level intersections is going to be massive. Also, you're going to have non-blocking intersections, which is going to be massive.
You can bring in your Transport Tycoon intersections or Transport Tycoon Deluxe intersections.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of things. Then we have quality, which is well, tried, true, and tested by now.
Oh yeah.
In other games, never in Factorio, but in Factorio, you make things at such vast quantities. I don't think it matters.
Factorio was up until now was all been about quantity, not quality.
Well, you make stuff in such quantity that you're guaranteed to get high quality eventually. You know,
Quantity is a quality all of its own, as they say.
yeah. Well, if you do the same thing a million times, you're guaranteed to get exactly at least one pop out in legendary quality. So yeah, bigger and better quality gives bigger and better bonuses to different items. Pretty much how it boils down to. Plus, we have quality modules to boost the quality of the things coming out of them to make sure that that quality upgrade happens more often. And then beyond, we get new music, we get new enemies and defenses. The only one we've seen so far is the rocket turret. A fifth planet, which we're still unsure is if it's a fifth planet as a bonus of the DLC, so 4 + 1, or if it's a fifth planet, there's Narvis, plus the 3 we know about, that's 4, plus another one which we don't know about, that's 5. Don't know.
It's a bit unknown at this point. I mean, they do say that it is a coldest, and we do know a cold one is coming.
We do know a cold one's coming, so we're pretty sure it's going to be 5 total, including Narvis.
Pretty sure it's 5 total,
but,
including Narvis planet.
Leaving that open. And then, of course, on top of that, you get, Factorio 2.0. So some things are guaranteed to happen to all players. One will be smarter robots, new rails, so they changed the rail angles a little bit.
As part of the elevated rails, you're getting the new rail overhaul.
Yep. We get remote view, which lets you remotely access buildings irrespective of how close or far away they are, which is really, really handy for the whole space age thing. But it'll be really handy on Narvis as well for when you just want to change a recipe on the other side of the planet. You can do that now.
Actually do it.
So combinator and circuit network improvements. The biggest one I think there is now you can wirelessly transmit a signal via radar. That's massive.
That's a really amazing thing.
Train control improvements. There's a whole lot of things there, but I think the easiest one is you can now assign a train group. So you can say a group of trains.
All groups, yes.
Go to Iron Mine 1 and pick up iron and bring it back. And if you want to assign 5 trains to that, you just assign 5 trains to that. You don't have to assign 5 individual trains, which means when Iron Mine 1 dies and you want to go to Iron Mine 5 instead, you just change all 5 to Iron Mine 5 with one click.
In one click. No longer manually assigning a bajillion of them. Although, admittedly, train stop limits has somewhat diminished the need for it, but it's still useful.
It's still very, very useful. So then we have a new fluid system, which in theory will give you fluids act the way you expect them to, not the way Factorio had them previously. That's all we're going to explain. That's it. And Narvis terrain generation got an overhaul as well. And we've still got 15 more weeks of Friday Facts to cover more stuff.
All the things we haven't seen yet. Like maybe we'll see some enemies and some planets.
Well, on the Steam page, there is, a couple of images. One, this is the, so the first one is the Gleba planet. No, is that the one? That's the one with the trees.
The picture of the trees?
The picture of the trees. And somebody alluded that, the weird black things down the bottom were actually aliens or biters.
Yeah, they look like. When I saw that, I thought they looked interesting, but yeah, I think they're just.
They're doodads because I found another image featuring a whole lot of rockets and some landing platforms and a few other things, but they're also in the top right hand corner.
You can also see similar looking things in the top left.
Of
the first picture.
Yeah.
Viney looking things.
Yeah.
And that's what made me think, oh, okay, it's more of the same.
Yeah. We also have now seen, so previously we saw the green fruit, was it? It was the green fruit. Now there's a red fruit.
Yeah.
So we know there's 2 different fruits we need to deal with.
Yeah, we know there's 2 fruits, and now we've seen the other one.
Yep. One red,
brain
green
fruit.
Yeah. I like that. Brain fruit. Yep.
The brain.
We now know the space platform hubby thing. We get one of those on the planet.
What I just thought of was the fruit that we saw is the smooth brain, and this is the wrinkle brain.
Oh, smart brain, dumb brain.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
There
I
you
like
go.
it. See, shiny rocks took off.
Yes,
Shiny rocks and dull rocks took off. I think this could take off too.
it could.
It could. It could. I like this one. We also have the space platform hub thingamajiggy bob. We now know
Got 5 head.
we said the dev said there's one platform each planet where you land stuff from space. We now know that that looks like an identical copy to the 1-2 space, and that's about it. That's about it.
So the one that's in space seems to have the actual silo thing, whereas the one on land seems to not have that feature. It has the fan instead. So they are slightly different.
Are they?
So the one on Navis, the hub on Navis, it has a fan.
Yeah,
and the one
actually,
on
I
the hub
see it.
Has a
Yeah,
has a silo.
maybe it's a giant hover drone that goes up and picks up stuff from space.
Maybe.
Big fan, big drone. Sure, I like it.
Fan of it?
Yeah, I'm a fan of it. Definitely a fan of it. So yeah, that's it for this Friday Facts. There's nothing in here except for, well, congratulations. We have a release date.
Yeah.
15 weeks.
Congratulations, Woob, for the delivery.
The delivery. Yeah,
really good.
We were expecting to be buried halfway in the Friday Facts, not in the first line. And I agree with a comment a couple of people made. I really hope they change the logo font thing, because that's a rage.
Yeah, the A is a bit rough to try and read. I get what that's going for. It's because if you zoom in on it,
Yeah, look,
I
get it as
like
well.
you can see all this stuff going on inside, behind it, and it's like rocket paneling, but it.
I get it, but like, yeah, it logo readability is very important. It's going to end up on every one of my thumbnails. I want something that's going to be obvious and plain. Yeah. But I think that's it for this Friday Facts. We've got nothing else to add, do we?
That's it.
This is a short Friday Facts. Holy shit. All right. Well, we're going to leave this here. We're going to see you next week for Friday Facts number 419, where Mojo bets on.
Joe, I think it's time.
For bugs?
I think it really is time for the bugs.
Oh, you say that? I bet. I'm going to say bugs. But if it's not bugs, it's going to be FAQ. FAQ.
Oh, yeah.
On today's Friday Facts.
Potentially.
Yeah, that's high on my list. But bugs.
Yep.
Bugs. I need to hear about bugs. I need to find out what we're fighting. I now have rocket turrets. I need to find out what we're fighting. It's crucial now. Okay, it hurts me to my soul. Yeah. But also, this year is going to be exciting because we have Satisfactory hitting 1.0 as well this year.
Oh yeah, that's happening very soon.
We also have a Dyson Sphere Dark Fog. Its next combat update is due possibly sometime this year as well.
I haven't actually looked at the Dark Fog update.
Oh, it's good. And there's another game that escapes me right at the moment that's also having a major update this year. Oh, the Crust. The Crust comes out in 2 weeks.
The which?
The Crust. It's
the Crust.
Factorio on the moon. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, see? Mojo gets it now.
I think I've seen that one.
So there's a number of releases coming out real soon. But combat-wise, or big releases-wise, there's definitely Satisfactory and possibly a Dyson Sphere. With a few others intermixed in. So, yeah, okay. So your guess is?
Yep.
Sorry, getting completely carried away here.
Yeah, I mean, you really dampened my thought on seeing the bugs, and it'd be
You go with the frequent asked questions, aren't you?
I mean, I'm still hopeful that we'll just drop the big one.
Drop the big ones. Find out what stomp means.
Yeah, maybe we'll finally find out.
Okay. All right.
I think that they might be keeping some of the bug stuff, and I actually wonder if they're keeping some other stuff for release.
I am willing to bet they're keeping so many things up their sleeve for release, and I have no problem with that. But combat combat's one of those things that either people hate it or the people love it. And I think combat, if you've played Factorio, combat gives you a reason to expand other than I just want to build a mega base for the fact of building a mega base. Like,
usually becomes an inconvenience to building big.
Oh, it does. And the commands to turn it off, and I have no issue turning it off after the bugs have been beaten back into their corner and they just cost me UPS, they can go away. But up until that point, they give me a reason to expand. They give me something to push against. Otherwise, the only thing I'm pushing against is how quickly can I blueprint? How quickly can I outpost? And the answer is far too fast, and it becomes far too boring. They add variety. They add the random effect. So I want to find out about bugs. I really want bugs. I want something to push against.
So there is a discrepancy in the science pack. So it seems like there's some kind of ultimate end game science. So there's potential to see that as well.
Well, we've been told 7 packs currently, plus 4.
Yeah.
Which brings us up to 13. 13, 11, 12, 11.
11.
Yep, and then we've been told there's 12.
We don't know about.
Yep. Maybe that's the blue pack.
Blue pack? Possibly the dark blue.
Blue pack, blue science, white science? Like that was the final science. That's the new final science?
I think there was like apparently 14 packs total.
12, 14, I don't know. It's all a bit of a mess.
Yeah, I can't remember that number. It was quoted. It was quoted that there was more, and it meant that there was a discrepancy.
It was mentioned by one of the devs in Discord, but it wasn't written in Friday Facts. So I take it as canon, but not official canon. Just next to canon, sort of official canon.
Yeah, I mean the only thing we know for sure is we've seen one more science pack than what is accounted for.
The only thing we know for sure is things that have been in the Space Age DLC previous to now have also been deleted. So there could have been 12, 14 packs.
Oh, yes.
And they've decided since that time of that post, which was sometime in the last 6 months, they've scrapped 2 of them, or 1 of them, or they've added 3, who knows?
Or they scrapped it before they even posted that point at that point.
Yeah, who knows? Who knows?
Because they may have already been through the cycles and then written it and then pulled it forward by 6 months.
Yeah.
Like talked about it 6 months later.
Yeah. Yeah. So either way, we're going to leave this Friday Facts here. We'll see you next week with hopefully some bugs or probably an FAQ. An FAQ on Space Age and what's coming and what's going to hold over the next 15 weeks. But, 14 weeks. But that's it. We're out. See you next one. Bye.
Bye-bye.